This is a presentation of RVT Entertainment.
Hey, yo.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true.
Because I'm better than you, and you know it.
In the back, there are men and women, seasoned professionals, dues paid in full, gunning to be the best.
I'll always light the way, and all you have to do is let me in.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly. The cream of the crop. Nobody does it better.
Hey, hi, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wrestle-Cast, presented by RVT Entertainment on Podomatic.com, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever else you may find this fine audio recording and live on RVT Entertainment's official Twitch.tv channel. We're talking about professional wrestling, both in the mainstream and the independent scene. My name's Matty J. That is Shintigercurl.
Oh shit, it's dim sum time.
Now,
And
I know.
damn you, tornadoes!
Speaking of, yeah, for those wondering, yeah, I did not goof up. The TWK is not on. There is a tornado warning in effect in city of Chesapeake, city of Virginia Beach until 9 p.m. Eastern today. TWK is not taking any chances. He has not logged on. If he is able to log on at all, we'll see. If not, he will be on the show next week. So it's just good old me and good old Shintigercurl taking care of business tonight.
Two-man show.
Two-man show. Been a while since we had a two-man show.
Long time since we had a two-man show.
Been a while. That being said, how are you there, Shin?
I am good. Teeth issues aside, and account issues aside. So I want my money back, but I'm doing good.
Yeah, gotta be some. And for already, there's some people. Hopefully, T-Dub remains safe, and that is the preeminent thought on the show. We told him stay safe, not to worry about it. And we'll see him next week. Definitely on RevZone next week, I hope.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. That being said, the show is going to go on because I want to do a show tonight. We have some winners and losers, and we are about to talk about the Fed because they have a show.
And we don't care.
But we will riff it as we are to do because, hey, we're wrestling fans and dorks and we like to make people laugh. So stick around on that. Of course, AEW, they have their set brackets for the Owen Hart tournament. Both men's and women's cups tournament brackets have been unveiled. We'll be discussing that as well. And all that good stuff. Plus, we got an email from the Guts person.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
We'll be reading that along because we got to kill some time. The one time we're able to go beyond 10 o'clock, it's just the two of us tonight, though.
We'll try to make it work. We'll make it work.
We'll give you at least 90 minutes of entertainment. The two of us, we can manage. And Guts, yes, Wrestlemania Backlash. Oh, don't you mean Wrestlemania back scratch?
I think you mean Wrestlemania back crack.
More like the Wrestlemania butt crack. See, we're already going on this one. But before we do anything else, it's Clip of the Week, and it's the Clip of the Weekend. No AEW this week. I was like, no, that's some good stuff. But there was something I kept an eye on, as some of you may have noticed. Stone Cold Steve Austin had his most recent Broken Skull sessions. Beer was had. Watch Talk happened. And Cody Rhodes was on the Broken Skull sessions. Obviously, it's the same lip service that was given with Chris Jericho. It's still a great long-form show. Definitely worth your time and effort to seek out if you have the Peacock or the WWE Network for the rest of us normal fans. seek it out. Definitely, lip service is paid towards AEW, but there was a portion where Stone Cold asked straight up, what is the bottom line? And in fact, that's what he starts with. Take a listen.
What was the bottom line on your departure from AEW?
The bottom line was it was my baby, and it's growing up, and people are having fun, and it doesn't need me, if that makes any sense. And why I thought it didn't need me was, okay, I'm not being totally honest. Maybe it didn't need me.
I was going to question you.
Maybe it did need me.
Okay.
But here's what I needed. I did not want to be a gatekeeper wrestler. I did not want to be, this is Cody's thing, AEW, which is, some people look at it that way. I'm not saying everybody does. Oh, first program, they wrestle Cody. Then they do Chris's podcast. Then there's a whole meme about it.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want to be a gatekeeper. At the time, we were getting those kind of split reactions, which was very fun and fun to experiment with, because I had worked with Cena a lot on live events, and to see how he did it and be able to okay, all right.
It takes a lot to deal with that.
It takes a lot of discipline. I feel like to know when you can kind of give them a little something, or when you got to stick to who you are. Hey, do that. I'm going to stick to who I am. I just didn't want to be a gatekeeper, and I'll put it in the most simple of terms. It's right there. That's it. And that you have the winged eagle, which is the ultimate one. But I grew up in the business wanting to be the WWE champion because it's the one that got away, right? We've spent a lot of time talking today about Dusty, and that part of me, it never will escape me. The good, the bad, that's Dusty. He was a massive person in our industry. And I want to round it totally out. This one got away from you, but I don't want it to get away from me.
Dude, total shoot.
It's right there. I mean, literally, that is the number one reason I left. I'm so proud of it. I am, and I hope everyone hears that and listens to me. I'm so proud of AEW. And of all the people, Matt, Nick, Kenny, Tony, and Chris Jericho, everyone's origin story for AEW is different. I'll give you the real origin story. It took all of us. So one can tell you it didn't take this person. We can rewrite history. Oh, it took all of us. But it's a thing now. People are eating and have a good lifestyle. Like Arn said, maybe time to get something for me. And there was one thing left. So go for it. Whether it goes unobtained, that's one thing. But I couldn't let it go unsaid or untried.
Like I said, and like I said, interesting thought. Hey, he legit wants he wants to chase.
I don't blame it.
You know what? Not a bad reason. And he brought up Arn earlier in the interview. Said he brought up the fact that he wanted to be diplomatic and too generous. And Arn Anderson said, "Well, aren't you being a little too generous? Maybe get yourself some." And Cody laments, maybe I should have gone. Should have gone a little greedy.
Yeah.
There it is.
There's nothing wrong with that, just as long as he kept it reasonable and not really like Shane McMahon himself in that regard. If it makes that makes sense.
That was the fear, as you have mentioned. It's a good interview. Some of you don't want to support the Fed. I don't blame you. But if you could seek it out. It is a good interview, as one Stone Cold can do, of course. Yeah. Now, usually T-Dub does the news. Can't do that right now. So don't expect the show that you'll see. But we'll get the veggies out of the way. Then we'll have some fun. Actually, we're gonna have some fun anyway. Backlash, Wrestlemania Backlash, as they like to call it. They shouldn't, because it's just called fucking Backlash, for God's sakes. But they're doing it. They're at the Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence, Rhode Island. And card is as follows. Only 6 matches announced. I get the feeling some of them will pop up a little later. But for those wondering, this is what they have presented so far. No title unification thing. They canceled that fucking thing, the tag title thing. So it's just a 6-man tag now between the Bloodline, Reigns and the Usos, and Drew McIntyre, RK Bro, Orton and Riddle, who are the tag champs on the Raw side of things. That's the thing that's going to be thing. So for in case you're wondering who the winner is or who the winner will be, I don't know. What do you think?
I think this is a stupid idea. They should, like the man from New York said, they should have stuck the landing. They should have just kept it as a title unification match, unify the division, and make the belts a little stronger. I really couldn't care less about who wins because they already lost when they canceled the unification. So fuck it.
That was so fucking stupid. Also, best friends in Orange Cassidy.
What about him?
We got to pick winners, right?
Oh, winners? Okay. BCC. They come in, they beat everybody's ass.
Hell yeah. Sup, Tribal Cheeks? Hey, I'm the Tribal Chief. Tribal Cheeks, bitch.
Hello, sunshine. Remember me?
Oh, fuck. It's a pissed off Willie Regal. He's gonna stretch people. Run!
Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to be stretching people. I have people to do that for them. Wheeler, stretch him.
Okay.
Knock the granny out of him while you're doing it.
How do I knock the granny out of him?
It's a euphemism, you son of a bitch. It means... You know what I mean. Bloody well I mean.
Bobo El Lasho rematches Omos with the MVP at ringside. Sunjin Singh's going to win this one, I think. He's a better big man.
When I saw him today, especially with that spot he did with Chucky T, I believe it. Like, I'm really starting to dig Sunjin.
I was in the AEW group call, and the first thing I said is like, dude, and we're talking about like, say what you will. The comment was said, say what you will about Sanjay Singh. He looks good in his suit, and I said, dude, he looks 10,000 times better than Great Khali ever did just by wearing a suit.
Yeah, he looks like a hired gun. He looks like a killer. He looks like that tall guy from John Wick 3. He
looks like a professional.
Yeah.
In that very sense, ladies and gentlemen, if we got to go full Hitman, let's go full Hitman. No, not that kind of full Hitman. Apparently, he can't go to AEW thanks to the Fed anymore.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Happy Corbin takes on Madcap Moss. The winner, George Carlin. He does better jokes. Period.
Man, I'm going for Richard Pryor because he's much funnier than them two suckers could ever be, bitch.
2 out of 3 of the Holy Trinity. The other one?
The Bruce Man.
Lenny Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
AJ Styles and Edge have a rematch. This time, the whole thing was if someone won, the Damian Priest would be banned, so that's pretty much what's happened. So it's Uno v Uno this time.
Fantasia.
See, I was thinking more Serpentico. He needs a win.
Yeah, well, Fantasios do.
Fair. We already discussed the 6-man tag bullshit. Another rematch. Cody Rhodes takes on Seth freaking Rollins and the admittedly anticipated rematch. There's some anticipation for this one, to be fair.
The only one I give a damn about, and that's because of Mr. Cody Rhodes.
There you go. And it's like, and he brought up the WrestleMania match. It's like these two are obligated to have a good match. Barring shenanigans, that should be a good match.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to lie. When Cody did Miz TV, and I believe I might have brought it up on the show a couple weeks ago, I was like, wait a minute. You guys are not doing Miz versus Cody? I get it. Like, you're hearing people saying, let's not do Miz, but I'm like, Miz and Cody underlined that whole feud in one segment. There's money in this.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. And say, hey, Seth freaking Rollins is no slouch. I'm not bitching here. This is more of a possibility was there. They did. They got me interested in that matchup, admittedly. But that's what it is.
Yeah, Miz is a chameleon. He put him in the ring with the right guy, and he can give you gold.
And he both can talk. Enigma Extreme. I wonder how long until WB get bored with Cody. 6 months. They got the AEW the A&E documentary that Miz is Cody's heading up, and the reactions he's been getting. I've been watching YouTube videos of his entrances and reactions. Still over.
Yep.
He is a hot commodity. He has passed the 3 weeks, and they're giving him another match with Seth Rollins because they know they can deliver.
Yeah, just hope they don't cock him up. Please. Please don't cock him up.
And the alleged main event will be for the SmackDown Women's Championship, though. There is possibility of Becky Lynch getting added to it, but we don't know yet. Charlotte Flair takes on Ronda Rousey in an I Quit match for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Misha Slamovich, Awesome Kong, and Gail can't come in and kick everybody's ass.
That's not enough. You got to throw in Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, Jamie Hayter, Aja Kong, because you do not get enough Aja Kong.
Why'd you have to bring up Jamie? Why?
What's up?
Why is Jamie Hayter?
Because it's Jamie Hayter.
But why is she? How is it that a woman can look that good and be that badass at the same time?
Yeah. Let me guess. Future ex-wife number 37?
35.
35. Gotcha.
Just Jamie Hayter, you look good. It's criminal. You intimidate me, Jamie Hayter, not just by how good you look, but the fact that you could kick my ass. I'd be happy with both.
She is a former Joshi. There is a possibility of Asuka versus Becky Lynch, but they have not announced anything yet. But if that happens, that's what I think of that. Other than that, if you folks want to bring up some new stuff, definitely bring it up in the chat, because I'm definitely going to miss some things. We'll talk a little bit of AEW a little bit down the line, but I wanted to bring up Candace LeRae.
I got a few bits of news, but you can go ahead with Candace LeRae.
Yeah, Candace LeRae, her contract ran out today, so she is a free agent as of right now.
Good on her. Good luck to her wherever she goes.
Let's see. I'm fishing for some news here.
In other news, just broke by a good friend of mine on YouTube today, Willie Mack has announced that he is leaving Impact Wrestling.
No! Oh, man.
Yeah, that's right. The Mac will no longer be a part of Impact Wrestling after this week, and I'm both sad but excited. Sad because I was hoping that he could tag with Rich Swann a little bit longer.
They were a great tag team.
Yeah, surprisingly great tag team.
Yeah.
But everyone could just there are places he can go. He is an amazingly talented big man. The easy answer would be AEW, but I can see him going to MLW or NWA.
Either or work. Cyber Rider, hold on, let me see. Someone was like, okay, Rico, Candace, run! It doesn't matter where to, just run! Well, she was on maternity leave anyway, so the contract ran out. No big deal. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we could talk about that. Before I do, Cyber Rider, how about Enzo talking about getting Big Cass help? They are buddies. So I'll get
The only-
to think.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go.
The only person I heard that actually helped Big Cass was Doc Gallows.
Yeah.
If Enzo helped him, I'm glad for it, but this is the first time I'm ever hearing of this.
Oh, don't worry, Enigma. We'll talk about that chant with the match where we bring up that little nugget of a matchup.
Also, since we're on that vein, we got some an article stating that WWE was impressed with W. Morrissey's performance on AEW.
Apparently Vince saw and Vince went, "Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow."
Let's see. From the article, according to Andrew Zarian, very solid source, WWE officials were impressed with Morrissey's performance, saying, and I quote, "I got a couple of messages about him from people. People wanted to know when his contract with Impact ends."
Now, apparently, this is alleged. He's working on a handshake deal with Impact right now.
Yeah.
Allegedly. I read it somewhere, couldn't find the link anymore, but it's alleged. Now, I'm assuming that allegedness is wrong and he's actually on a contract. But that his contract status was asked about. So
yeah. To continue on Busted Open Radio, of course, persona non grata Tommy Dreamer advised AEW to sign Morrissey by saying, and I quote, "I've been kind of impressed with Morrissey a lot through his journey, and I'm happy to see him on that platform. The Impact Wrestling fans love him when he comes out. He's been in a feud with Brian Myers. He's had some amazing matches in his time in Impact, and I'm so happy, more importantly, that he's doing great in his personal life. Whether his Impact time is coming to an end, I hope that AEW be smart enough to sign him because he is pure money, and you got to see how good he is."
And having seen him on Impact, look, Tommy Dreamer is not exactly the high on the total poll you should respect, but he's high enough that I still have a respect for his opinion. He's not wrong, to be fair.
Yeah, and everyone's been a buzz about him, ever since he came out on Dynamite, but a lot of people erroneously believing he is all elite, and I had to remind them, like, no, he's.
No, he's, to our knowledge, on either a handshake deal or still in contract with Impact.
Yeah. And some even going so far as to say that they buried him because he lost to Wardlow, calling him
No, this was a political move. They wanted to make sure that they wanted it was a, W. Morrissey's a big deal, and to be fair, you get powerbomb, big dude get powerbomb like that. One bomb should do it.
Considering his size and his height, it's amazing that Wardlow was able to get him up.
That should be enough. I think the fact that he got a big dude that's 7 foot tall and you can't teach that like that up on the air and powerbomb like that.
Yeah.
That's more than enough. And there was some political machinations. Obviously, Tony Khan still has respect for Impact, so makes sense.
Okay, let's see if I got any more. From New Japan Pro News feed in English, the press were able to ask Kazuchika Okada about his opinions on the Forbidden Door. He was asked, after Dominion, New Japan and AEW are presenting the Forbidden Door. Are you strongly aware of it? He answers, "Well, of course. I don't know what shape that the event will take, but the fact that we're having a super show means I should absolutely be a part of it. There won't be much point of it in having a super show like that if I'm not there."
There you go. So Naito says, "Well, no, I don't want to, but I'll be there if someone calls me out. I'll be there." The Okada, he's there, and Ishii's gonna show up no matter what.
Yeah.
He'll face whoever he is brave enough to face him.
Yep, and speaking of New Japan, we got a bit of New Japan news too.
We do, because remember when we found out Juice Robinson was saying he was done?
He lied.
Oh yeah, he was done being a babyface. Bullet Club. He wants that U.S. belt back.
Yep, and he's going to get it in a fatal four-way match, pitting himself against the reigning defending champion Hiroshi Tanahashi, the leader of the United Empire, Will Ospreay, and of course the returning to New Japan Pro Wrestling, Jon Moxley.
That is going to be a fucking banger.
Yep, he is. Out of all, Moxley's been gunning for Tanahashi for years, and this is the closest he's gotten to him.
All right, now we were talking about Forbidden Door. I think this is probably a good time to bring that up. We'll obviously bring in the rest of AEW when we get to it, but I'm going to get to this email that Guts read. The first paragraph was a bit of a rant explaining why he couldn't be, he wasn't able to go to, he's not going to be able to go to MLW Battle Riot because he cannot drive and he needs someone to ride with to get that. And his local indie fed went belly up long before the pandemic. So, but he did mention last Sunday, and I will pick up from where it is on the paragraph. Last Sunday, I was able I was at an autograph signing for Johnny Gargano, but I missed a notice that he wasn't coming due to illness. He rescheduled for next Saturday, but I wanted conversation from people. I got what I paid for. Can't attend a new date because I don't drive, but it's far for terms of driving distance. Don't know if you need to send prayers out. I don't have a Twitter, so whatever you need to do. This is odds are time. Old Johnny in wrestling is fine. He's hoping he's fine, but it's only an assumption. Honestly, I know I need to support indie wrestling. Find another fan of pro wrestling locally who could drive, but I'd rather go through the chaos of FCA match at a local convention where there's no guard barriers again than put myself out there for humiliation. Another leader would be learning to drive, but that's hard for personal reasons to do. I'm not going to blame you on that one. His question, though, and I think it's a very interesting question, and an idea did pop up. Speaking of Forbidden Door, now he asks, so the Acclaimed and the Ass Boys are united, but why though? What value is added from this merger other than Billy Ass? Not swearing, it's his family name, Billy Ass. The closest AEW comparison would be the HFO before the Hybrid 2 got added in, but I think the Acclaimed have more value than the Ass Boys. Now, I thought, odd, fair, it's going to be cringe, fun, funny stuff, but the thought pops up, Forbidden Door is coming up. They're probably going to put together a faction versus faction match.
Yeah.
So something like the members of Los Ingobernables or Suzuki-gun or Chaos, whatever. They're usually 4, 5, 6 people deep. You're going to need like an 8-man tag match in there.
Yeah.
So my thought on that would be, okay, they're putting them together because they're both heels and, bad numbers and, Billy Ass or Billy Gunn, he'll do his thing, as per usual. So, again, the thought goes there. Also, a man tag for Forbidden Door. Get as many people on in that United Center card as humanly possible.
And now that's been ruined for me, thank you.
Ass claimed?
No, not that. The New Japan announcer introducing the Ass Boys.
The Gay Clubby!
これではゲストの皆さんがBilly Gunn、エロザガーさん、Rod and Todd Ass Boys!
Rod and Todd Ass.
Yep. But if this is the direction they're going, I'm all for it. But yeah.
Makes sense. I mean, like that's the only thing I think I could think of is like you're putting people together to get a couple of wins together and then start building up Forbidden Door.
Yeah, I can see
the only thing I can think of.
I can see them feuding with Taguchi Japan.
Gee, there you go. There you go. Why not?
The Ass Boys versus the Funky Weapon.
Too much ass. Too much ass. Too much ass, boys.
Yep.
Now, someone brought up the Freddie Prinze. Let me see if I get that situation here. Let me see.
Good old Freddie Prinze Jr.
There we go. JC. JC in the chat. Freddie Prince Jr. trying to start his own promotion with performers being part of the Screen Actors Guild. Darius Martin's injury is due to a car accident. So yeah, we'll handle Darius Martin. Yeah, it was a car accident. Yeah, you can see it. There was a picture of him online in a neck brace. He is out for 6 to 9 months, unfortunately. So for those wondering, another one? Yeah.
Yeah, this is just bad luck for
rotten
Darius.
luck. And Freddie Prinze Jr. Now I believe he played that dude in the Scooby-Doo movie.
He played Freddie.
Thank you. He played actual Freddie.
Yeah, and he's second generation.
There you go. Obviously with the junior. Former writer for the Fed for a hot cup of coffee. He wants to start his own promotion. He's got a 3-year deal he's got a 3-year plan with 18 months to put everything together, including a TV show. Like he wants 2 hours on TV. He wants a full roster. My only thing is, well, one, best of luck to you. Hopefully it's not control your narrative.
Yeah.
And don't hire Tessa Blanchard.
Yeah. I'm all for it. Hope that's fingers crossed. Hopefully he does good.
There you go. I hope that's our only hope. Hopefully it is a good show. Another good show to watch on a week of shows. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing we can hope. And of course, I've brought up Tessa Blanchard. Well, apparently, Tessa Blanchard and WOW, the Women of Wrestling, they're a bit on the shits together, apparently.
Again.
This stems from Tessa trying to cut a promo that was burying a talent, and she got miffed, she got pissed, and long story short, there was some dude on Twitter saying, if you want to watch Tessa Blanchard wrestle, better get used to listening to Spanish.
At this point, I'd be even hard pressed to see if CMLL or AAA would even want her.
JC, a unionized wrestling show could be very impactful. If this opens the door for other wrestlers to join the SAG, that'd be even better.
I just say more power to them.
Yeah.
Alternatives. Also, we forgot there's one more thing to deal with New Japan. This week we got the participants for this year.
We do. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, you got the list?
No, I don't. But 2 names we all know, and they'll be making their New Japan Best of Super Juniors debut. One being the current X Division champion from Impact Wrestling, Ace Austin. And the other, a guy who has had a meteoric rise to superstardom in the last couple of weeks, the current ROH Pure Champion, Wheeler Yuta.
That is going to be a banger.
And I'm actually interested in this year's best. I've kind of fell off the Best of the Super Juniors because they've been a bit samey, no real variety in the level of in the talent involved. But this year, this feels more varied.
Here's what we have. Here's what we have. Block A, Block B, they're going 10-10. Block A, Ryusuke Taguchi, Clark Connors, Hiromu Takahashi, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Ace Austin, Alex Zane, Francesco Akira, Taiji Ishimori, and Sho. Block B, Master Wato, Robbie Eagles, Titan, Bushi, El Desperado, Dookie, El Lindemann, Wheeler Yuta, TJ Perkins, TJP, and El Phantasmo round off the field.
We got a nice mix of vets and newbies, New Japan guys, Noah guys, Impact, AEW. This really feels like a global wrestling tournament for the.
They got a couple of big time matches. Sho versus Yo ought to be a banger. Ace Austin versus Hiromu Takahashi is gonna be fucking fun. Mm-hmm. Yuta versus TJ Perkins versus El Phantasmo versus Robbie Eagles.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. And Dookie is, of course, Dookie.
Hey, to be fair, you'd have to fuck up a match with anybody. Dookie's a good enough hand to have decent matches in there.
He's basically there to take the pin. He's basically there to eat the pins for the more important ones.
But he'll look good doing it. Should anyway.
Fucking Dookie.
It's been a while since we riffed on that, huh?
Dookie. The shame of Suzuki-gun.
What's that smell?
Me.
All right, let's get on to that AEW Dynamite situation. Adam Cole was did the opener for I believe this was
Bobby Fish versus Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, Bobby Fish versus Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy won with, Jesus Christ, someone should tell Jeff not to do the Swanton anymore. Jesus, that had to hurt like a motherfucker.
Actually, he did that in that way because we just found out from Matt that he had to change how he did the Twist of Fate. I mean, not the Twist of Fate, the Swanton.
Yeah.
Because he was doing more damage to him than his opponent with the original way he was doing it. So he has to do it more on top of his opponent than he did kind of just landing on his, just barely touching him, if you get my drift. So he just adjusted it because his body just can't do the Swanton anymore the way it's supposed to be done.
Then transition now.
Yeah.
Don't do it as much.
True.
Keep it as a super death move. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Not my favorite qualifier for the Owen Cup, but it was still pretty good.
Good enough. You know what I mean? Yeah. Good enough. And with that, the bracket was set. So the bracket for the men's read as follows: Ray Phoenix takes on Kyle O'Reilly in the quarters. Fuck yes. Adam Cole Babe takes on Dax Harwood, and Dax got a great promo on Rampage, by the way.
Saw it. Excellent promo.
Nuts and bolts. Sweet, short and sweet. Awesome sauce. Samoa Joe will take on a Joker. Therefore, an opponent to be announced. So that's good. That'll be a thing. And Jeff Hardy takes on Darby Allin.
A lot of great matches in this one.
To find the AEW results, because DW usually handles it. He's got all the notes.
I got a good, decent enough memory. I can do some stuff with it.
All right, well, let me at least fish it out. You know, let me Bobby fish it out.
Bobby Fish.
All right, now let's see. Varsity Blondes called out House of Black, and what was a slow fucking slog of a fucking thing. You know, it was May the 4th. Julia Hart was sincerely, and she was ready to turn heel, and she didn't. What the fuck? Seriously, what's the hold up?
Yeah, I mean, I had my Palpatine meme all ready for when she turned that night. Like, I had the gif already. Like, good.
So it opened with Hardy and Fish. Adam Cole was good. Blackpool Combat Club beat the crap out of Butcher, the Blade, and Angelico.
I want more Angelico versus Bryan.
That needs to be a Uno v Uno, abso-friggin-lutely.
Technical showcase right there. But it was a definitive victory for the BCC. And according to my sources, apparently Tony Khan has already has created the trios titles. He just is waiting for the right moment to introduce them.
So we have the belts. It is a matter of when, not if. Yay.
Scuttlebutt, I'm hearing he's waiting for Kenny to come back.
Elite versus the finals. Elite versus the undisputed Not era.
Or the BCC. Or the Best Friends. Or Death Triangle. Or House of Black.
Fuck yes, either way. Wardlow took on W. Morrissey. I believe I have a button for this particular situation.
Bring it on.
Big meaty man slapping me.
Thank you.
It's pretty much what it was. We already brought up the aforementioned one powerbomb. So, yeah. They had a thing backstage. MJF accepted the challenge, but he says, I'm going to put some conditions, and we're going to do it in beautiful Long Island, New York next week. To be continued on that, of course. Hangman came out, and if it weren't, believe me, I wanted to put that as clip of the week, but the urge to not do it overwhelmed, let's put it that way, but it was still a great promo.
Yep. I think that was probably Hangman's best promo to date.
Folks, I am ready for that main event in a couple of weeks. I don't know about you.
Mm-hmm.
No masturbatory Bret Hart matches.
Thank you.
Santana took on Chris Jericho in an advertised grudge match, and they beat the piss out of each other.
Yep. Down home and ugly, but so much fun.
Aha, I see we have a dick bag.
We got a
Dick bag in the chat. Be
gone.
Viewers, followers at gofuckyourselfdominavirus.com. That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm a virus, and how you like me now? Get out. Okay, fuck you too. So the wizard, Chris Jericho.
The wizard. So he named himself after a Marvel supervillain.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I can get behind that. I like the wizard.
Also, can we put two other guys together with Eddie and Santana and Ortiz? Seriously, what's the hold up there?
We just need two more guys.
We get it. They're a bunch of sports entertainers beating other people up. It's like you're stretching it a little too far, just a tad. Like I get it, they're supposed to be heels, but come on. Now the Varsity Blondes called out House of Black. That didn't happen, and we transitioned into. Thanks for fucking up the women's title match, fuckers. In a good way, though. Dante Martin versus Ray fucking Phoenix.
I want to get this in before we get into this awesome match. When she was holding the chair, I was thinking, good, Julia, good. Now Pillmanize him.
Oh, she should have totally done that. That should have been. I was like, no. Better. Pillmanize him. That would have been perfect, but she didn't.
Pillmanize him. Pillmanize him now. Do it.
Just pick up the microphone. She's like, next week she picks up the microphone with the chair. It's like, no. Better. Pillmanize this bitch.
You remember, don't worry. Once you come over to the dark side of the kayfabe, you will have your peace, Julia.
Good. So yeah, Death Triangle, they just saved the Blondes. They went out and Dante Martin and Ray Phoenix decided to fuck gravity. No lube.
That was an aerial chess match if I ever saw one.
Spanish fly on both feet, on all 4 feet.
Yep. They must have saw what Will Ospreay did, and they were like, we can do better than that.
Will Ospreay and Ricochet, they saw that going, yeah, we can do that. And they did. And the roof flew off.
Yep. Oh, these boys are so good.
And the double moonsault landing with both men landing on their feet was a fantastic spot, says was a thing. Thunder Rosa challenged Serena Deeb in Awkward the Promo.
'Twas very awkward.
You know, Serena Deeb's a heel. Thunder Rosa's a face. No need to overcomplicate things. Fuck you, bitch. I need that belt because I'm the best.
A lot of history between those two. So yeah, you don't really need to. You didn't really need to drag it out as much as you did. Just say Deeb, Rosa, let them go.
Yeah. The good news is they got time to build up the match, and I sincerely hope Tony considers doing that. And in the main event, Deonna Purrazzo and Mercedes Martinez fought to determine the undisputed Ring of Honor Women's World Championship.
Good match. Crowd wasn't there for it.
Ollie Davis, I was strongly considering using his review of the show. They were set up to fail. No promotion on Deonna Purrazzo. No promotion on Mercedes Martinez. This is literally, here's our women's championship match. It's the main event. It's to unify the title. There you go. And no one cared. Now, it's a great match, but nothing happened.
Yep. Sad to say.
This was...
But honestly, I still feel proud of them because considering where they came from when they were in the Fed, where they were both jobbers and doing nothing, and here they are.
Absolute upgrade.
Here they are wrestling for one of the most prestigious belts in the history, in the main event of one of the biggest shows on television, on wrestling television. Come a long way. It was just in a dead spot. Shame.
Yeah. Flip around. Like, I understand it's a women's title match. You're trying to give it the main event slot, but flip around Dante Martin and Rey Fenix and put those two spots. And yeah, it could have been a dead slot, but whatever. Whatever. They were still a good match and all that stuff. And maybe a couple of promos, maybe a Deonna Purrazzo match. But then again, it could have been a scheduling thing. So, and like, I'm not going to completely shit on the match because this is a good match. It's just you could have promoted that shit a little better.
Yeah, I'm not going to give
a little bit of promotion and a crowd that's educated enough to know that these two are big deals and you should be interested in this matchup instead of being set up to fail. You know.
Yeah.
However, Rampage happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to get that card up now. Oh, Tina, I miss you already. See, this is why I'm like, people are wondering, is like, well, why do I keep doing this? It's because I get to hang out with these two guys.
Indeed.
And I don't care anymore. Like, I'm here to watch AEW, maybe some NWA, maybe some JCW. Y'all, not y'all in the chat, y'all are fine, and people who follow me, y'all are fine, but social media is just, I'm burnt out on that shit. Like, I'm fucking done. Like, if this show wasn't happening, I'd be like, cool. I'm gonna chill and play video games.
Ditto. Well, board games for me, but yeah.
Oh yeah, but we'd be gaming. Like, if I didn't have this shit, I'd be like, all right, I got my AEW fix. Fuck off. Fed, I'd stomp my passion out of me, folks.
Let's see. As far as
well, I'm not cutting promos on TikTok anymore. I'm like I like hanging out on that server, the NGT server. But anyway, anyone in the NGT, you want to know why I'm not cutting promos? Try cutting promos when half the frickin' platform wants to talk about freedom. By the way, fuck the trucker fuckers. Just saying. That being said, Rampage happened. Let's see. Did they do the results? They did not.
I got some of the results.
Yep, there we go. They started with a tag match. Toni Storm and Ruby Soho taking on Britt Baker, DMD, and Jamie Hayter.
Why? Why? Why is Jamie Hayter?
Shin, quit fucking around. You want a threesome with Jordan Grace and Jamie Hayter.
I'm not. I never said I was fucking around. Of course I want that. Yeah, it was a pretty good tag team match.
Yeah, there was a layer of confidence. It was a solid matchup.
Yeah, it was a solid matchup. Nice build. They built it up for a good long while, and this is just a prelude to what we're going to get when on the women's side of the tournament.
Absolutely, and we'll get to that bracket at the end of discussing this particular situation. Hook took on J.D. Drake.
Another showcase for just how badass Hook is.
Oh, that transition into the finish, where he flipped up into the Red Rum. Beautiful. One of two excellent finishers tonight, by the way. We'll get to that other one in a few. Danhausen came out, said, "Ringside, your chips."
And he stood, give in to the Danhausen side of the Force, Hook. Just give in.
Yeah, bag of chips with a bow on it. Happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Riho, as Nigma brought up, Riho plus black outfit equals yum. Yuka Sakazaki. She took on Riho and she lost. Boo. But it was Riho, so that's more than fair enough. They had a fucking awesome matchup.
It was Counters, the video game, the movie, the TV show in that.
Yes.
So many goddamn counters.
And I didn't know this. I'm reading the results off the Bleacher Report, and a note was put together. Sakazaki had put on a little bit of muscle since we last saw her. It makes her look more capable of dishing out some punishment.
Yeah, she did look a little bit more beefy than before, which I'm a fan of.
And in the main event,
no, we got some other stuff. We had Sean Spears, that chur pervert, talking some words about Wardlow.
Miles better. That was a beautiful promo.
Sean Spears has really found his niche. This is who he's supposed to be. Just a creepy, manipulative, scummy bastard.
Very, very much so. And after MJF, Wardlow as an all-elite wrestler versus Sean Spears, that's something worth exploring, I say.
Yep. Let's see. We had another backstage segment featuring the premier athlete, Tony Nese. And he said that next week he will be challenging yet, as of now, undefeated young superstar that has taken AEW by storm. Next week it is going to be Tony Nese versus Hook Danhausen.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm calling it now. Pay-per-view. Tony Nese versus Hook.
Yeah.
That's a pay-per-view matchup. Calling it now. Double or nothing. Do it. Speaking of main events, Konosuke Takeshita takes on Jay Lethal with Sanjay Dutt and a very tall dude at ringside.
We had one more thing to do. We had a in-ring segment with the Men of the Year and Dan Lambert.
Yep.
Dan Lambert's still trying to heal it up. Ethan Page still being awesome.
Put belt on Ethan.
Then, as Scorpio was talking about how the TNT title wasn't going to get passed around like Tay Conti was.
Burn of the week right there.
Out comes Frankie Kazarian, and he says he doesn't care about anyone else in the American Top Team except for Scorpio Sky, and he will get his shot at the TNT Championship belt.
A lot of notes to be here. Like, you can definitely tell tweener, but you can tell Ethan and Mr. Lambert want to keep heel. Scorpio says, dude, we want to put respect in this belt. It starts with me being a fighting champion. It also begins with you putting the belt back in the ATT trophy case like it should, where it should be.
Oh, damn, we missed 2 segments. Damn.
What's up?
We missed 2 commentary table segments.
Oh yeah, Jungle Boy beat up Ricky Starks to set up to continue that little setup for the FTW title. That will be next week, of course.
He beat up Ricky Starks.
Yep.
Pretty Ricky, what they call him.
Pretty Ricky, what they call him. And Chris Jericho was at ringside gloating and bragging like he usually does. And Eddie Kingston called and said, well, you fucked up now, kid.
Yeah, he basically parroted Josh Barnett. Do I need to remind you?
Nope. Jay White fucked up.
No, not well, that too, but you need to remind what Eddie Kingston said.
Sure, go right ahead.
On site!
Maybe not tonight. Probably tomorrow. On site, motherfucker!
Yep. Now we get to the main event.
Which was, as said, Konosuke Takeshita from DDT, taking on Jay Lethal. There was the finish was fucking gorgeous. Like, I cannot properly describe it. That's how gorgeous it was. You want to say something there, Shin? Did I lose Shintigercurl? Oh, no. Please tell me I did not lose Shintigercurl. Help. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Hello?
Oh, there we go. Hey.
I have no idea what the hell just happened. But like I was saying, Takeshita is a fucking unit.
Yes, he was. And he had a great match. And the finish.
Thing of beauty.
Oh, I don't know how to properly describe it.
If All Japan didn't need this guy, I would say Tony needs to cop him as soon as possible.
Absolutely. Watch the match is all I could say. Like, I cannot properly describe it. It was a throw that was meant to be offensive, and then it got countered into lethal injection.
Oh my God, it was so beautiful.
And so watch it. Of course, there was a big scuttlebutt where, you know, of course, after post-match, Jay Lethal won. And it's like, they said, well, this guy, they were about to beat up Takeshita. And then, of course, best friends come out. They try to do their thing. Samoa Joe comes out, and a whole lot of security try to tell people, hey, no security. No fighting. Of course, Baltimore go, let them fight! Let them fight!
Was getting a lot of Nation of Violence flashbacks from that one. And anyone who knows from TNA from back in the day knows what the fuck Nation of Violence is.
Hall of Pain. Either way, someone's getting hurt.
Yep.
In a kayfabe sense, of course.
I know we already said it before, but it bears mentioning again. I'm warming up to Satnam Singh.
He is. It's like I said, mentioned earlier. Guy in just wearing a suit and walking like a normal tall son of a bitch looks 10,000 times better than Great Khali ever did. From whatever the limited moves we've seen so far, he's performed competently.
His moves just hurt. They're
Yeah.
designed to. They're not supposed to look pretty. They're just to hurt fucking people. Like how he did how he treated Chucky T, just ramming his head and his body against the mat over and over again. That was just sick. I'm liking Satnam Singh more than Veer.
Damn.
Veer is starting to run out. He still had a great re-debut against the Mysterios, but now
And they're doing the same thing they did with Braun Strowman, where they shove local jobbers in front of them, and that's fine. And at this point, I think they know the meme has run out of steam. So at this point, it's okay, rebuild, but let's keep going with the rebuild. He'll get his steam back. I get the feeling.
I hope they give him something meaty to do because it's not because jobber matches can only go so far. They're gonna have to give him something meaty to do.
Bumping meat.
Bumping meat, yeah.
Bumping meat.
It also doesn't hurt that Singh is basically bucking the trend of Indian wrestlers in North America, and he's dressing like
Like a professional.
Dressing like a professional hitman that he is.
Yeah.
Not trying to really play up the fact that he's Indian. He's traditionally Indian. Like, that's nice and all, but you got to stand out more. And Singh really does stand out aside from his size. He stands out with that suit.
He stands out with the suits.
Yeah, the
If
fact
nothing else. Because all the Giants, it's either they're either in ill-fitting street clothes or they're in their wrestling gear.
Yeah. And the way he just, every time business needs to be taken care of, he just casually takes off his jacket, unbuttons his sleeves, rolls them up, and then just goes to town. I appreciate the little things. It makes it feel like
he is either well trained or he's got something in his brain of his. Guts Masterson had probably Hurt Business aura. Yeah. I'm feeling that too. Yeah.
I get some Hurt Business, and we all love the Hurt Business. Bunch of nice looking dudes in suits giving you the business.
Yeah. All right. Offense, 10-yard penalty. He was giving him the business. Football joke. One last thing we got to do is they announced the bracket for the women's tournament for the Owen Hart side, the women's side of the Owen Hart Cup tournament, or the Owen Hart Foundation Cup tournament, whatever they want to call it. Tony Storm. They already said Tony Storm versus Jamie Hayter is happening. Red Velvet takes on Hikaru Shida. That should be a fun match. Riho versus Ruby Soho. Yes, please. And Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, taking on a Joker mystery opponent.
Considering that they've thawed relations with Impact, I wouldn't be surprised if we see someone from Impact being the Joker.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, I would not be opposed to that.
Me neither. That being said, unless we got anything else, if anyone in the chat want to bring something else, go right ahead. As far as I'm concerned, we got winners and losers to take care of.
Yeah. D-Cell Battery Award.
Ooh. JC, I hope the Joker is Maki Ito. That'd be a hell of a thing to do.
I can get
that. You were saying the D-Cell, sir. I guess we may as well get to it.
It should be no surprise after what he said last week. Ryback.
Why am I not surprised?
Did you hear what he said?
For those who did not catch that, he basically called Vince McMahon's mother a whore.
Vince McMahon's dead mother a whore. Like, we rip into Vince McMahon. We have been ripping into Vince McMahon and how he does business and his overall personality. That's just us being critical, but you keep fucking family out of it. That is one of the straight laws of the hood. Do not mention fucking family, especially a dead mother. Like, I don't even know if those allegations of her being this is my first time hearing of that she might have been abused or some shit. That's my first time actually hearing it, so I'm not gonna say here or there. But to suggest that he was a whore, like at this point,
fuck you, Ryback. You know what? Fuck him. Ryan Reeves, you're a dickbag.
Ryan Reeves, you are the wrestling equivalent of Steven Seagal. You buy into your own hype, you think you're better than you actually are, and you're ostracized from your chosen profession. That's you. You're Steven Seagal. Okay, you don't look like Steven Seagal, but you might as well be Steven Seagal.
The comparison is apt.
Yes.
The comparison is apt, is what you're trying to say. And you know what? Seagal worked himself out. You didn't even try to get work after leaving the fucking Fed.
Yeah. All you do is sit around and bitch and moan and bitch and moan and bitch and moan. This is the reason why you are a pariah in the field of wrestling. Say what you will about Eric Shear, at least he's doing something. What the fuck are you doing, Ryback, outside of pushing your shitty-ass protein powders and doing mukbang challenges and calling yourself the big guy and doing polls online that are so bad that you had to block everyone who had bad things to say about you and complaining to Twitter that the Twitter people are being mean to me. Like, you brought this on yourself.
Shit or get off the goddamn pot.
Just
simple as that. And obviously, he is doing neither. So you know what? Fuck him. I know we're I always had the policy of I riff the wrestler, the on-screen situation, and not the person. Fuck him.
Fuck him.
And Mike Shell said Ryback should be known as Rye Bitch. I second that motion.
Motion passed. Rye bitch. You suck.
Thank you. Moving on.
Losers. Of course, the Fed for obvious reasons. And all the people with these shitty-ass takes about the Owen Hart Cup, from one guy saying that Owen Hart was WWF.
I saw that. I'm like, you fucking idiot. Do you know your wrestling history at all? Do you know that Martha Hart has practically blackballed the Fed from ever doing anything with Owen Hart, so much so that anytime the Fed wants to do anything Owen Hart related, she sues?
Yes. And for good reason. And someone else saying, oh, Martha Hart's just doing it for the money. Like, look, motherfucker, Martha Hart does not need the money. The money is appreciated, but she is well off.
Yeah.
Her children, Owen's kids, they're grown-ups. They're fucking grown-ups. They have careers and lives out of their own outside of wrestling. His daughter hates wrestling because wrestling took her dad from her. The mere fact that they've allowed the AEW to do this tournament and all the proceeds are going to the Owen Hart Foundation, which does a lot of charitable good stuff around the world. I looked into it. It does good work. Mm-hmm. So Martha Hart does not need the money. Her foundation does. That is in the name of her husband. And then you got jackasses over here talking about, and at least it feels odd that they're doing it. He died in a WWE ring. And I'm like,
fuck you, kid. Fuck you.
That is not a badge of honor to wear yeah, we're WWF. This is where Owen Hart died. Yeah, like, no.
There's a reason where the original master tape of Over the Edge 1999 is in a vault in WWE with a label that says do not broadcast ever again on it.
Yes.
Fuck you. Either read up on your shit or sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up.
Me and my best friend, we watched Over the Edge that night. It was a traumatizing event. I have only rewatched it once or twice in the over 20 plus years that it's been out. I don't like watching that. I do it for educational purposes to remind myself of it, but I don't like to remind myself of that because it brings up so many horrible memories. Mm-hmm. And that's not something a badge of honor. That's just
those who ignore history are doomed to repeat it.
Yep. And my final loser, that piece of shit that tried to attack Dave Chappelle.
Oh God. Okay. So Dave's finishing up a set at the Hollywood Bowl. I believe that's where it was.
Yeah.
He's done. He's about to do something, and some dude dickbag tries to jump him. The dickbag, the idiot, was not aware that Dave Chappelle rolls 30 deep, and 20 of those people decide to roll him decide to shape him like a pretzel. Yeah. Literally.
I've seen that. I've seen the picture of him handcuffed, and they fucked him up.
I don't know what this name is. I'm not going to say it on this guy, but this guy just found out what happens when keeping it real goes wrong.
I found out a lot about him from Double Toasted when they talked about it today.
Oh, wait, what now?
Double Toasted. They talked about him today.
Really?
Yeah, man. Apparently, this guy has had it out for Dave simply because he's a MAGA supporter. He's a Trump guy. And he even made a rap song called "Why You Dissing My called MAGA N-Word.
Not Dave, the other guy, right?
The other guy, this so-called rapper, and he did not like the fact that Dave was making jokes about quote unquote his president, and he made a lot of threatening Instagram posts.
Okay, so Dave is not a MAGA guy, but the rapper is.
Hell no.
Okay, I was getting confused there. Okay, so he attacked Dave because he was making Trump jokes, something that people have been doing for fucking decades.
Yes.
Forget the presidential stuff. Before he even thought of running for president, people were making goddamn Trump jokes.
Yep. Find me a comedian these days who hasn't made a Trump joke.
Hell, we've made Trump jokes.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 23. I mean, the show didn't exist at that time, but we were all thinking them.
Mm-hmm. And what's more, what this son of a bitch did not know is that one of the many, many people who was backstage, who was friends with Dave Chappelle, and who had his back, was fucking Busta Rhymes.
And Busta Rhymes, I've heard stories. He does not fuck around.
Busta Rhymes is from that generation, from that 90s generation of rappers who grew up on the streets. Busta Rhymes will bust you in the fucking head if you try him. Like, sure, he's lost a little bit of it. He's not jacked as he once was, but I still will not want to fuck with Busta. And as we saw, like Corey said when he showed the before and after pictures, they beat the Samoan in him. He was black. He was black before the attack, and afterwards he was looking like a fucking Samoan. He looked like he was related to The Rock.
Wow.
They beat the brakes off this guy and broke his arm, and I'm like,
again, finding out what happens when keeping it real goes wrong.
Yep. And with that massive dumbass, those are my losers.
I got two. I got Tessa Blanchard for one.
Of course, goes
without saying. For obvious reasons, read it up if you don't know by now. I was gonna put AEW on there, but I'm not. But they're not gonna get a winner because you fucked that main event up a little bit there. Not gonna lie. But I'm gonna give the other loser to all the people who are trying to hot take the fact that Forbidden Door sold out. I'll read you one, and I'm not gonna mention the person who tweeted this. You could do your own research if you will, but the person is otherwise a good person, a good wrestling journalist, or, pundit, if you want to go that way. Quote, the rapid sellout of Forbidden Door is even more impressive when you consider that not one woman bought a ticket. End quote.
And how the fuck would she know that?
She doesn't.
Does she have some kind of app on her phone that allows her to not only know the name and the gender of a person who buys a ticket?
This is literally like it's good news. Forbidden Door sold out. But what about my representation? If you're one of those fuckers, shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down. You don't know who bought those fucking tickets. Oh yeah, it's predominantly male. We're not going to deny that. But how do you know concretely that every motherfucker on that phone trying to get themselves a ticket to Forbidden Door was a fucking dude?
Yeah.
How?
Unless she's buying into the stereotype that all wrestling fans are sexless virgins who live in their parents' basement.
See, I fucking hate this shit where people is like, there are women who like this shit and are just as hardcore into this shit as we are. And people are saying, well, what about my representation? Yeah, women wrestling fans are a minority. We admit that. But and there are some toxic motherfuckers who don't want the women, and you know what? We're trying to smoke these fuckers out. It's gonna take a generation. But
I know I personally know 3 women who love professional wrestling, and one of them I talk to on a weekly basis.
One of them's in the chat right now. I think this is the same person. Pugsley is a big wrestling fan. She goes to indie shows. And I love that she's a woman that she enjoys that shit. I know people who are women who enjoy that shit too.
Yeah.
And I'm perfectly fine. But don't come to me telling me saying, hey, good news. A crossover event at the United Center is enjoying a sellout. Before it even we sold every goddamn ticket out before it even did get the general admission, to general sales.
Yeah. It's like these people just don't want to see. They just don't want to see anyone other than the WWE succeed at anything. They just want everyone to fail, and so they can all go to the WWE. This is the mentality of these people. They just keep moving the goalposts. Like, oh, he'll never sell out. He just sold out. Oh, it was just a bunch of it's just a scalpers. Still, they sold out. Oh, the women didn't buy it. How do you know? You cannot understand. You cannot just get into a proper conversation with these people because they just get into this tribalism bullshit.
Just enjoy what they want. If women are part of that audience, then or any part of that audience at the United Center, your point is moot. Fuck you for thinking that. Just be happy wrestling is selling out buildings again. Something that the Fed isn't doing right now. That's where I'm sitting on that.
Just be happy that we're getting a Forbidden Door where we can see these matches that we've been speculating about since AEW first was a thing. And the Forbidden Door was a thing that got shattered open when Kenny Omega won the AEW World title. We're getting some legitimate dream matches that we never thought we'd see in this generation. But some people don't want to be happy. I want to even bet the people who are bitching about this don't even love professional wrestling. They just want to bitch.
And moan and complain. See, Forbidden Door is a thing. Everyone else trying to bitch about it, and here's me.
Oh, bitch.
I was just thinking of that.
Pugsley, I wanted to be mad about that tweet, but I don't have the emotions in me at that moment. Don't worry about it. That hot take's as good as that dump I took just earlier. It smells now. It ain't smelling forever. Flush and go. Okay, rant over. Let's do some winners.
Winners, I give some pieces to AEW for some of the things we had some nice progression of a few storylines. Why Jamie Hayter? Why? Why is Jamie Hayter? The Owen Hart Cup, which we have our final field for both sides, and they both look marvelous.
Gorgeous.
We got W. Morrissey. I've said this before. I will keep saying it. I have never been prouder of him than I was that night. I'm just so proud of him compared to where he was and where he is now. I'm pulling for him. Last night's Impact, 2 banger-ass matches where we had Steve Macklin versus Tomohiro Ishii in Matty the Button.
Yeah, I'm setting up for the finish, but that was basically
big meaty man slapping me.
Y'all were joking that it wasn't. Was I? But you weren't laughing then.
Also, and of course the main event between Jonah and PCO, which was again.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair play.
Big meaty man slapping me.
As mentioned as JC mentioned in the chat, Nyla Rose for her X-Men one-shot, selling out and doing it on a character that really deserves more attention. Thunderbird. I love Thunderbird. Go for it.
Golf clap. And good for Nyla.
Yeah, good for her. Maybe she has a future in comic books in comic book writing. Lord knows the comic book industry needs more talented writers.
Hell yeah.
Let's see, and quick winner to none other than Miss Pugsley in the chat. She is going through some stuff, and I wish her all the best. If I could hug her through my computer screen, I would definitely be doing that right now because she needs all of it, but just remember, we're here for you. Take all the time you need. We'll be here when you decide to come back, and we love you, Pugsley.
Take your time. We love you. As far as my winners, Dante Martin versus Ray Phoenix. Fucking banger. W. Morrissey. Me thinks we'll see him more in AEW. Maybe not now, but down the line. And my buddy Easy Rider. Now, we give each other stuff. We're buddies. Whenever we can, we do. Easy wanted to send me some PS4 games when I got my PS4 earlier this year. And he had went to a Mystery Science 3000 live. So I want to share in the glory. He gave me, Shen has seen the picture in the Discord, but he gave me a MST3K tote bag with the VIP lanyard. He got me a Sailor Mercury snow globe. So, yay. Mercury Mark over here. Yes, I'm a Moonie. What about it? And I thought he was just going to send me 1 or 2 games. And he sent me 4 for Dead Rising 4, Frank's Big Package. Phrasing, yes. Mortal Kombat XL and Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. So I'll be playing those when I get back from the cruise. And Final Fantasy 15 Day 1 Edition. I got Final Fantasy 15. I have not started playing Spider-Man. I need to play that now. So yeah, thank you, Easy. Also, I got a pocket watch now. He gave me a Mystery Science 3000 Live pocket watch.
Swaggy.
It's a nice little timepiece, I'll tell you that much. Y'all could have more of your Rolex Lexus. I'll have my geeky shit every day of the week, twice on Sunday. But that'll be it, I think. Yeah, that is the show, ladies and gentlemen. Before we do anything else, Shin, let's plug her away.
Time to dangle the plug and stick it in the hole because it's plug-in time.
Crazy.
All right, of course, you all know Maxicorn on YouTube for all the stuff dealing with War Machine and Hordes. Actually, I've been in talks with another YouTuber, a very pleasant woman named Miranda, aka Wargamer Girl, and she does a lot of War Machine stuff, and she has about 30,000 subscribers, very very decently sized, and she is a big fan of mine. And she says she wants to do something with me. I don't know what we can do yet, but there could be a collaboration in the future, so look out for that. Also, if it wasn't for my damn tooth cracking, I would have been able to put out my Marvel Champions video. I've been talking about it for weeks, but Matty already knows this week has been really, really shitty for me, so I haven't had the time to really, or the energy to really post a video because things happen. But hopefully I can download some music, get some editing done, and then post this bad boy so you can see how well Spider-Man does against the Rhino. And also, if you want to help me fix my teeth because I needs it, PayPal.com/Shintigercurl or cash at me at $Shintigercurl. Any amount would help, especially after this week when I got fucking robbed, but it's neither here nor there. So that's all I gotta say.
Shit, well, T-Dub had, if T-Dub was here, he would have plugged. I can't paste the video on the chat because I'm busy with this stuff. But if you are interested, TWK Reviews on YouTube. His newest video, Yakuza 3 Remastered, is available for you for your viewing entertainment. Just a good video as always, T-Dub, if you're listening. If you want to see his next video just a tad early, you can do so by going to patreon.com/JWK Reviews. Even just $1 will give you access to that. I got my PayPal tip jar, paypal.me/MattyJ316. I'm going on a cruise next week, folks. Any kind of penny will go towards that. And I got taxes to pay as well. So anytime you want to send some money my way, go right ahead. PayPal.me/MattyJ316. Discord link in the description, all that stuff. Twitter at MattyJ316, at TWK Official, and at Shintigercurl. If you have any comments, any questions, specifically questions, the Wrestle-Cast at gmail.com. Rampage is not on. Like, if Tito was on, we probably go over the 90-minute mark. Today, we just happened to not. But we are not having Rampage next week. Rampage is happening before the show, so we will have plenty of time. Now's a good time just to send us some questions. We will answer them. Yes, we will. That being said, that will do the show. Or that will do it for the show. If I could talk. We appreciate you very much for listening. And on behalf of TWK, who says, work your gimmick. And of course, on behalf of Shintigercurl.
Why is Jamie Hayter? Why?
Who is Jamie Hayter? Where is Jamie Hayter? Why is Jamie Hayter?
There you go.
There you go. Infinity War jokes. Gotta love them. My name's Matty J. My name's Matty J. Reminding you to help professional wrestling support your independent promotion as soon as possible. C4's got a show next week. Now, I'm doing this show next week because I'm not going to be able to do this show on a cruise. And to be fair, I'm not bringing a laptop on a cruise ship. Yeah, unless it's the cruise ship of Jericho, then yeah, you damn right I'm doing a podcast from that. But that's neither here nor there. Boy, I wish I was a rich man. Don't we all? Did not mean to make anybody sad on that one. Have a good one. Have a safe one. Enjoy the weekend. I know I will. I'm going to sleep in, motherfuckers. Have a good one. Have a safe one. We'll talk to you next week. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Report from Fightful Select has suggested that embattled star Tessa Blanchard is in trouble with yet another promotion.
You!